I saw these clips the other day from the Avata 360 and they really got my attention. One of the first things that stands out to me is this 1-inch flagship imaging, especially in scenes like this where you've got highlights and contrast to deal with. And with 8K at 60 frames per second, everything just feels really smooth. But it also gives you a ton of detail to work with if you're reframing or cropping later. It also uses 04 plus video transmission, so you're really getting a stable, low latency feed back to your controller or to your headset, which makes a really big difference when you're trying to fly further and see exactly what the drone is seeing. And this is where things like omnidirectional obstacle sensing and the integrated prop guards really come into play, especially since it can detect obstacles at all directions, even in lower light. It just opens up the ability to fly in tighter spaces like this with a lot more confidence. And because it's capturing everything at 360 degrees, you're not locked to one shot. You can just choose an angle later, you can reframe things and basically just build multiple shots from a single flight, which is incredible versatility. And having both 360 degree and single lens modes gives you a lot of flexibility depending on how you want to shoot. And what's interesting about this too is that you don't really need a lot of experience to be able to fly this drone. You can just go out somewhere remote like this and take off, hit record and start flying and just capture the information around you. There's so much more versatility to this tool that allows you to go and make all kinds of interesting choices and creative decisions after the fact, way more than you would get from a lot of the regular drones. I feel like there'd be a lot more flexibility with this type of a drone capture. And it's interesting to see where this is heading because this is starting to feel less like a drone and more like a creative tool that gives you lots of flexibility. If this type of video interests you, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll have more content coming up in the very near future, both around this drone and other drones that I'm getting my hands on.